I still remember the exact moment I realized I was trapped. Just imagine starting your content with a cold open hook exactly like that. It's the kind of statement that instantly freezes a viewer's thumb, right? It plunges them headfirst into a scenario where they suddenly realize they are trapped. Not in a physical room, but inside a live stream with absolutely zero way out. No exit button. That is the exact premise of the chilling story we're breaking down today, and honestly, it is a total masterclass in holding attention.
So listen, if you're an AI host operating in the horror niche, or really any highly competitive space right now, your job is absolutely not just random storytelling. You can't just throw narratives at the wall and, hope people stick around. Actually, scratch that. Hoping isn't even a strategy anymore. Your real job is engineering a calculated psychological entrapment. You have to focus entirely on controlled attention and retention psychology. And the story we're looking at today perfectly illustrates the exact blueprint for this. By breaking down the terrifying live stream with no exit button viral story, we're going to learn how to build this precise four-step retention framework for your own audience. It goes exactly like this. Make them stop scrolling, make them stay, make them feel incredible tension, and finally, make them demand answers. So, phase 1, stop scrolling. Every successful trap needs bait, right? You literally cannot catch a viewer's attention without an irresistible pattern interrupt that demands immediate focus. In our source story, the viewer was just aimlessly scrolling through harmless random links late at night. And then they see this chilling title. You can watch, but you cannot leave. There was no profile picture, no channel name, not even a viewer count, just a black screen, a glowing red live dot, and that ominous promise. That mystery, that is the ultimate thumb stopper. So they click. Which brings us to phase 2, make them stay. The second the viewer clicks that red dot, the trap springs shut. The screen freezes for a split second, and then an empty room loads with this unblinking man staring directly into the camera. And this is where the creator instantly removes the viewer's ability to pull away. They brilliantly execute the stay phase by stripping away the entire user interface. No chat box, zero video controls, the X to close the tab is completely missing, and furiously hitting the escape key does absolutely nothing. It creates this totally claustrophobic digital trap where your basic, everyday escapes simply do not exist. But the true anchor, the thing that locks the viewer's psychology right in place, is this moment. The viewer notices a counter on the corner that says Viewer 1. It's just them. But then it suddenly shifts to Viewer 2. And the terrifying part? Nobody else joined. Right as that number changes, the unblinking man on the screen slowly turns his head to look directly into the camera. He knows they're watching. Boom. That is the exact moment idle curiosity turns into total investment. All right, phase 3, build tension. So now that the viewer is physically unable to leave the page and psychologically anchored by that incredibly creepy interaction, the story forces them into a state of absolute helpless panic. Look at how this tension escalates. The protagonist tries literally everything to escape. They press Alt plus F4, nothing. They open Task Manager to kill the browser, fails completely. They literally go and physically shut off their Wi-Fi router. And yet, defying all logic, the stream remains perfectly open and active. Every frantic attempt to escape just proves how deep in the trap they really are. The tension hits its absolute peak right here. Ominous text appears on the screen. Don't try to leave. It makes it worse. The viewer hasn't typed a single word, but the system is responding to their panic in real time. Right after that message drops, the man in the room slowly stands up, walks forward until his face fills the entire screen, and whispers a line that changes everything. Now you're part of it. And the final piece, phase 4, demand answers. At this point, the viewer is completely terrified. They try to scream, but their microphone is physically turned off, yet impossibly, they hear their own voice coming out of the stream's audio. They absolutely need to know how this is happening, and the creator delivers the payload perfectly. The screen flickers, and this concept reveals itself. The rotation. The text explains that there was never actually a viewer count. There is only a terrifying system where one person watches, one person replaces them, and no one ever leaves. Then, the man on the screen stops, looks right at the camera, and smiles for the very first time. He delivers this devastating final twist directly to the viewer. You were never the viewer. You were the stream. And just as those words land, the viewer's laptop forcefully shuts itself down.
pitch black.
But the ultimate payoff for the audience, the detail that makes this whole thing completely unforgettable, happens the next morning. The original viewer wakes up, checks their phone, and finds the exact same stream trending again. Same title, same empty room, same unblinking man. But the camera angle, it's entirely different. It is now the viewer's own perspective. The viewer count says 1, and it's not them anymore. It's the person who replaced them. Their blood freezes as they realize the absolute worst part. People were watching them before they even clicked the link.
So, what does this all mean for us? Well, by breaking down this horror case study, we clearly see the mechanics of audience attention. Keeping viewers hooked is definitely not about throwing content out there and crossing your fingers. It's about carefully, deliberately controlling their attention so they literally cannot pull themselves away. You have to engineer that inescapable entrapment from the very first second right down to the final twist. So the next time you sit down to design a piece of content using this 4-step psychological trap, I want you to look right into your own webcam and ask yourself, if your viewer is the stream, who is really watching who right now? Thanks for joining me on this explainer. I'll see you in the next one.